Live.
On YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I guess,
dancing? Are we dancing?
Maybe you can post on Facebook the link to the YouTube channel and tell people subscribe. Bing! Microsoft Bing!
And if you don't know where to find it, you can Microsoft Bing it.
Oh, it's already been bung. I'm sorry, Microsoft bung.
That is seriously not a great verb.
It's gonna happen, man. The NFL is gonna be gonna use it, and everybody else is gonna be jumping on it. It's like he's passing. He looked down. He's checking his reads. He went Microsoft Bing, Bing, boom, and he got him.
I feel like if anything, it's going to be more like when someone gets sacked. Oh, Microsoft Bing!
It's better they look at the injury, Alex Smith's injury. Oh, Microsoft Bing! Too soon? Too soon? We wait 2 years before the Joe Theismann rule.
I mean, he's starting. I mean, he's a second stringer now.
taking snaps, they said, right? You guys saying that?
He's a second stringer.
Damn.
Yes, he has to be ready to go in game just in case. They like fully set what's his name?
Haskins.
Yeah, Haskins.
See, I'm still learning. I didn't even know that Philip Rivers is at Indianapolis. Until
is that where he ended up?
See?
I just knew that they got rid of him.
I thought he was still at the Chargers. I had no clue.
No, Chargers were just like, no, we want to develop a new quarterback. We're tired of the Floatmaster General.
He's similar, like Matt Stafford is similar to that, where it's like they're very talented, but they just can't break through that wall. There's a ceiling on how far they'll go, and that sucks because, I mean, all the yards, all the touchdowns that they get, they just can't get past like the first, second round of the playoffs.
Well, with Stafford, that's usually because by the first or second round of the playoffs, his shoulders exploded.
Yeah, crappy line.
If it's anybody I feel bad for, it's Tyrod Taylor because.
Oh, the lung.
Yeah, the doctor did that, trying to help him out. Trying to help him. Punctured his lung, and then
What was he trying to do that he accidentally punctured his lung?
I think he was trying to give him a steroid or something, like a painkiller.
Something topical. Or not topical, but local.
I was gonna say, I was like, topical, like it's the ointment. I was like, okay, wait, let me get the ointment really into the skin by poking a hole so the ointment can sink in.
You just did that Mortal Kombat stuff, like,
That means that doctor needed to use Microsoft Bing to figure out what topical meant.
Yeah, I mean, he makes a mistake and he goes, oh, Microsoft Bing. Maybe he's a Google guy, so they use the negative version of Bing.
Oh, Microsoft Bing me.
Yeah. Well, you can't say the F word after you say it. That'd be too much. Huh? It's like saying
just
Microsoft
made a
Bing
F
Bing
noise.
Ooh, maybe double it.
I think Tyrod Taylor, it reminds me of that movie Good Luck Chuck. Like, that was the one where he the girls would date him, and end up marrying the guy next after him.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, Tyrod Taylor jumps on teams and then gets replaced, and the guy who replaces him ends up being the starter. And that's what's happening now. Somebody punctured his lung, and now Justin Herbert's the starter.
Poor kid.
Yeah,
that guy looks so young.
I followed him in college because he played for Virginia Tech, so I'm a fan of the Hokies. But yeah, at Buffalo he was doing good too. So
then he got replaced. Yeah, the Josh Allen came along, he got replaced.
Good luck, Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
and he's killing it. I'm like shocked. I'm not shocked at the Packers. Like with Aaron Rodgers, you always have that chance. But Josh Allen, I'm like, what? And they're killing it.
Who this? They're 4-0. They're the ones that are like, what? They're 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah, there was. I saw on
Crazy.
Sports Illustrated. They were surprised that the Packers are 4-0. I mean, maybe we didn't expect them to be 4-0, but they always have a chance. I mean,
Yeah, it's like I didn't expect them to go 4-0 to begin the season. I was figuring 3-1.
but I think we're gonna play you guys soon. I think.
Yeah, we'll see how much of your team plays.
Ugh.
You guys got hit by the injury bug real bad.
Yeah, and still because another guy we lost for the season, so we just signed another, or we brought up another practice player on the defensive line. It's like the curse of Buckner, maybe. DeForest Buckner said, "Wait, what? Trading me to the coach? Me? You trading me? DB? All right, we'll see what happened to your boys." And he did Y&I curse on him, and he was out.
Microsoft Bing.
Man, you've been
I'm out.
bung.
I believe he is the number one defensive lineman right now. That's not an edge rusher.
Oh, he's doing good at the Colts. So good for him. And he got more money.
Yep.
So I think it's that situation where 49ers is trying to be like the Patriots in the office. It's like, hey, like that's why they didn't necessarily fight Kittles for his contract, but they kind of played with it like, no, we're going to franchise you. No, you're not going to get all this money. And then eventually Kittles held on and they had to give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kittles gets hurt the first game.
I thought he's back.
He's back, but he got hurt the first game. He didn't play the second. So
Mhm.
he's back now. Yeah. So
All right. So
No, before we say anything else, I just want to say yippee-ki-yay, Microsoft Bing.
it's going to become
We're
a
also
thing.
looking for sponsors.
Hey.
Yeah. I'll be more than happy to say, and we use Microsoft Bing.
I'm a Microsoft Bing guy.
Yeah, I would replace all my vocabulary. Like no more dictionary, no more Google, no more search. The word search. I'll just say, why don't you Microsoft Bing it? But
Mhm.
I think I want to make it cool. Like maybe I can work on a marketing team. Let's MS Bing. That closer to like motherfucking Bing. Like, hey man,
I don't know,
MS Bing.
That sounds like MS-13, man.
Oh, well, I don't want to get confused with those guys.
No.
No, please respect to that team. Respect 100%. So enough talk about them because I don't want to get bing
I don't-
bing.
Are you saying you don't want to debate about it?
Well, I do love a good debate, but perhaps a different topic. Maybe something like Vice Bing. Something on Vice Ping don't work. Vice
Vice
Presidency.
President Mike Bing?
Oh,
Ooh.
former Vice President Mike Ping.
I mean, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice.
We're not there yet, but it would be nice.
It would
Oh,
be nice.
If I could be a fly on the wall for that.
Why on the wall? Why not get closer, Fly Russell?
I don't want to get in anybody's hair, you know?
Man, you hit it right on the head.
Oh, boy.
Um,
I'm not going to make any fly jokes.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I think the people listening probably would rather have that because it was pretty corny. But if I
Also-
could do one more, I would, if I see him, I would sing him a song about little Peter Rabbit who had a flea upon his nose, a flea upon his nose, a flea upon his nose. Little Peter Rabbit had a flea upon his nose, and he flipped it and he flopped it and it flew away.
Mr. Money, I'm afraid we're out of time.
If I
Money?
could finish,
Can we move, Mr. Money?
if I could finish,
Mr. Mane, please.
If I could finish, and I got to make the dead face that he has. He has no emotion. If I could finish, if you electrocute a person in the butt, they will no longer be homosexual. It worked for me. Bing.
It's not just dead emotion. It's like a literal dead eyeball. Like it looked like a corpse's eye was in his face today.
Yeah, he had that Terminator eye. You know.
This is why the fly landed on him. He was like, "Oh, I smell corpse. I
Mhm.
smell something dead over here. Oh, no brain either." It seems to me like the debate, when we were thinking about like Trump is always interrupting, it's probably not even just it wasn't a Trump thing. It seems like it was the team thing, because although he didn't like Pence didn't interrupt like Trump did, he just never stopped talking. It's like just
And he did
let's
interrupt.
disrupt. Well, yeah, but let's just
It's not as
disrupt
much.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just disruption was their plan, and I'm glad Kamala was just like she's laughing it off. It was funny to her. I thought she looked cool.
Yeah, I
Man.
thought she was on it, and she definitely didn't go to that point where certain people might be watching, and then they're like, oh, there's just something about her attitude that I don't care for. Whether it's people that don't like a woman that's that strident, or whether it's people that don't like a black person to be so confident. Uh, she has to be wary of both. Yeah, and I thought that she rode that line very well tonight.
And then watching her, we only watched part of it. But watching it was kind of like my daughter and my mom having a discussion where my mom, God bless her, but she's at an age where she starts forgetting things, she gets confused sometimes. And my daughter is talking to her, and my mom being confused at times is funny to my daughter, where my daughter just like still having a conversation but laughing through the whole thing. Where like Kamala, when you looked at her and she's not talking, she's just cracking up or she's writing stuff down, and it's like that's what it looked like to me. I mean, we could hardly watch it because my mom got pissed.
At who?
So, she's not for the
Answer
Trump
the
party.
question, James.
She's not for the Trump party, but as she was watching, she just got mad about the 200,000 people that died.
Mhm.
Right.
And then she just kept bugging her and kept bugging her. Like you could see her getting like rage, it's just building up in her. And it was like, whoa, we better chill her out because, her blood pressure is an issue. Right. So I was saying, yeah, all right, let's chill out, let's calm down. I say, no, because they don't care about the people who died, like my husband. And I was like, and me and my sister and my daughter just like, oh, this is not about the debate anymore. And then she just started tearing, and it was all kind of like, oh, go ahead, let it out. And it was like, oh man. So we had to turn it off because she was getting so worked up that I was like, damn. And then like it was almost like in the back of her head because she's gets confused at times. It's kind of like, do you think Trump killed Daddy? It's kind of like,
wow.
Too soon? Sorry.
Like, not personally.
But I had to explain to her, like, oh, he didn't die of COVID. He didn't have COVID. He tested negative multiple times. He doesn't have COVID. But I think my mom just, hearing 200,000 that died, that really got under her skin.
I'm sure the circumstances that came about because of COVID, like, the nobody could go to the hospital kind of thing.
Yeah.
Those complications that came along with the pandemic, it probably got to her as well.
I didn't think about that. That's a great point, because when they went full shutdown, there was a month that we couldn't see my dad because he was the hospital. Usually it was the nursing facilities that weren't allowing it. But then when they went full shutdown, the hospitals weren't allowing it as well. So there was mornings where she was getting ready and it's like, oh, we can't, we're not allowed to. And it really bugged her because no matter how tired she was, and this is a thing that I will take with me the dedication of, and I'm not saying because that's my mother, but no matter how tired she was, how frustrated at him, my dad, or whatever, she got up and got ready to go to see him. Even last year when he was in a nursing facility, and this is pre-pandemic, I was getting frustrated because I had to drop her off and drive her and then pick her up. But it's like she would keep bugging me, like, come on, I want to go. And of course I'm going to take her. But it's like, man, she goes every day, she can come home and just vent and just be so frustrated with him. But then the next morning it's like, yep, I'm going back. It's like, sheesh.
Mm-hmm.
Give that woman credit.
We do. Going back to the debate, man. I stopped watching after a while because my son asked me to go hang out with him. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll go hang out with you. Better than watching these bozos. But
someone made a good choice, and that someone wasn't me. I watched all the way to the end, like an asshole.
I would say like the first at least 5 questions that was given to Pence was like non-answers. He did not answer the questions.
Sometimes he would go back to the question that he didn't answer, and he's like, I would like to talk about that. And then he would proceed to still talk about something different.
Like it was smoke and mirrors.
Insane.
It was to me, I thought it was like another, like how Trump, he would just interrupt and then go off on tangents. But Pence's one was, I'm gonna talk about nonsense for the first. You have 2 minutes, so I have a minute of, thank you for the question. Here. And then you like 30 seconds of when he's gonna talk about the question, and like then Susan's like, thank you. Out of time.
And he would always run out of time. That's the thing. And then it's like, he doesn't manage his time well.
I don't think that he's used to having to manage his time well. In fact, I don't think he's used to women interrupting him.
Except Mother.
Mm-hmm.
All the time, Mother. And also, Kamala's she's a litigator, right? So that's her job.
Yeah, wasn't she a prosecutor?
Yeah, Attorney General. She was the AG.
That's why she was throwing her credits out there. Like, nobody...
Yeah, don't talk to me about this shit.
Yeah.
Like it was the times where she actually did speak up and get just enough attitude. I was just like, oh, I want you to fucking ream him.
Like if we were on if this was on HBO, I could see her going, look, bitch.
Every time she was taking notes, I automatically assumed that she was just writing this bitch.
This motherfucker.
She's getting it out, but on paper. Yeah. So if somebody finds those notes, they're gonna see this motherfucker trying to talk to me about some bullshit. They better ask somebody. I'm Kamala Harris. Ooh. Exciting. She looked beautiful though. Not try to, but her hair looked amazing actually. I was like, oh, she looks very nice today. It looked like she was ready for, like game ready. Like she's like, oh, it's on. Let's do this. So she had a glow to her. I was like, yeah, like when you're watching the game, you're like, oh, LeBron is gonna go off today. It's kind of like that. Like, oh, let's do this. Then my mom started going. I was like, oh, yeah, let's.
Yeah, she really looked like she had like this aura and energy to her, and Mike Pence looked kind of corpse-like.
Mm-hmm. Little COVID-y looking, possibly.
Like, did somebody pause the footage?
Actually,
it's
one of the symptoms.
Half of his face looked like it was COVID positive, and the other half just looked like it was dead after being COVID
life
positive.
Negative. That side of his face was suppressing his homosexuality. That's what it was. It was like make no emotion. Because that's what. See, so sorry to going off on a tangent here. So my ex had a coworker that they suspected, it was a guy suspected of being gay, but they didn't want to just come out and ask. They want to be rude. And then we heard from other gay guys that the way to find out if somebody's gay is to piss them off. Then when they go off, then that's all they know. So I was like, see, Pence is like suppressive. It's like the Frozen song, the one she's like trying not to freeze everybody. Don't throw it all away. Oh shit, that song. She's singing in her palace, the Frozen palace, and she was saying,
"Let it go."
Yeah, but she's talking about control. Don't let it show. But then, so watch a few more debates in. Pence is gonna get pissed, and he's gonna be like, "Let it go, let it go."
So today he was in conceal, don't feel.
Yes. And look at it, see the white hair, the frozen expression. I'm telling you, man, Mike Pence is living that frozen life. He's frozen his testosterone, his desire for other men. He's frozen it. Don't feel.
Don't let it show.
Tell the guards to open up the gate.
I wonder what his Microsoft Bing looks like.
A lot of bang bang. All right, here we go. Yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Guys with Issues, episode 10. 10. Episode decade in the making. No, but anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. My name is James Monte. As always, I am with Russell Kialoha.
Hello, everybody.
And Chad Wago.
Hey,
That's a lot of builds up for the what the hell, not the Hello Kitty, but the good luck cat. There he is. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are excited. We have a lot of energy. First, I would like to give a shout out, if that's all right with you guys.
Of course.
Give a shout out to our good friends at 939.
Hawaii's Premier Gentlemen's Club?
Yes, because they're going to make a change starting October 14th. October 14th, they're not going to be Club 939.
Hawaii's Premier Gentlemen's Club.
They are going to be Restaurant 939.
Hawaii's Premier Gentlemen's Restaurant?
Boom, I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go to 939 Ke'eaumoku in Honolulu, Hawaii, in the
Across the street from Domino's.
Yeah, I was gonna say the heart of the Ke'eaumoku, because it's in the middle, right? Right. So in the heart of Ke'eaumoku Street, near the corner of King. But they're gonna have steak and legs. How does that sound? Steak and legs. I don't know what legs, but when I think of
I was gonna
939,
ask you.
I don't know if it's chicken legs, but
Like legs like the pantyhose?
that's what I'm thinking of. Like you said, pantyhose?
Yeah. Because
Okay,
isn't leg with 2 G's the brand name of the pantyhose?
oh, that's old school, right?
Yeah.
The eggshell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, and they only had one color, I think. So everybody had brown hosieries. Hosieries, coronavirus, COVID. Man, it's all over. Microsoft Bing that, ladies and gentlemen. Coronavirus. But let's get back on our shout out to Restaurant 939.
Hawaii's Premier Gentlemen's Restaurant.
Boom. So go ahead and check it out. You can also follow them on Instagram at club.939. All right. Cool. So a lot of changes happening because of the pandemic, because of the shutdown. Because of the shutdown. Yep. So unfortunately, a lot of businesses that are closing down, and they're saying for good. Some they're trying to struggle to stay afloat, but we've been shut down for so long. Bars and clubs are taking a giant hit, and
especially because they're not going to be allowed to open until we get to tier 4, which is months away at best, assuming that we never backslide.
Yeah. And you never know when that backslide can happen, because shoot, something that grows exponentially can all of a sudden 1 week where it just blows up. So we want to give a shout out to Anna O'Brien's. Anna O'Brien's Jose Dynamite. You can find him on Facebook or Instagram. Does Comedy U. He was doing it with Patrick Terrell for a while, but they were holding up the stand-up comedy scene here in Honolulu on Oahu. And they're doing a great job. A lot of new comics came out, and he's giving them places to perform. It's not just at Anna O'Brien's, but they do other places. But the reason we're giving shout out to Anna O'Brien's is because they are closing down. They won't be serving drinks there anymore. They won't be doing any comedy shows there. It's sad because they were doing comedy there every Wednesdays for like maybe 3 years.
No, I think it was longer than that. Because if you remember, when we started Mars Comedy Club, which was, what was that, like 5 years ago?
Probably.
It was a long time ago. When we started there, we started literally 1 week before they did.
Right. Yeah. But if you're worried about the comedy, you can go follow Jose Dynamite on Facebook.
Comedy U is still around.
Yeah.
It's now at Hawaiian Brian's on Wednesdays.
Yeah. But this shot, which we're going to have, this shot is for you, Anna O'Brien's. You will be missed. Thank you for...
You will be missed.
Thank you for servicing the public in the Mo'iliili and University area for many years. We love you. Goodbye.
And your cheesy commercials will be missed as well.
I'm sure Jose will make some more. It's only Anna O'Brien's and Irish Rose that are closing. O'Toole's and Kelly's, I believe, are going to stay open. Because all four of those are the same owner.
Right. You okay, James?
Went down the wrong tube.
So, yeah, when we were talking, I had poured a shot. And we were still talking. Pre-show, I had poured some more. So that was probably like maybe a little more than a double. And I was like, as halfway through, I was like, this is now too much.
But I have gone too far.
Yeah, I've committed.
That's the point of no return.
Yeah. I mean, it's still delicious. It doesn't taste bitter. I love this scotch, but I poured too much. So
I love scotch. Scotch.
Num.
Maybe you should have just taken a sip.
Ugh, I guess that chills. Yeah. Well, I was thinking that too, but I was like, wait a minute. I said a shot, so I took shots, like Brian shots. Oh, it hit the stomach right now. Just, it's like I know the shape of my stomach by the sensation that I'm feeling as it starts going. It's like the Pepto-Bismol commercial where it starts coating your whole stomach, and you go, oh, I feel that. I feel that right there.
You can feel that warmth inside your tummy, and you're just like, oh, everything's starting to feel good as your brain slowly just turns the lights off.
Yeah. Good night.
Oh. I guess I'm not needed here anymore.
Bye-bye.
You got it from here, alcohol.
Here's looking at you through the bottles, kid. Bing. Oh, look at that. Bing. That's gonna be my new. That's gonna be my new thing. Bing. Whoa, Nelly. So, it actually looks better.
Brain.
It's rolling back into my medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata.
You let me know how the night went, Brain. Good night.
How is your mama today, Bobby?
People always wonder, like, how people communicated before memes. This was what we did before memes. We would just quote comedies at each other.
There you go. My gird.
So Moving on.
Oh
Right,
shit!
moving right along.
Uh, we had to say that sad goodbye to Anne O'Brien's just now because of the pandemic and
Yeah.
shutdowns. We are starting to open a few more things up, and one of the things that we are planning on reopening, I believe next week, like I think the 14th, they were planning on reopening travel.
Yep.
That is correct. That is correct. The 14. But not everybody's on board with that. With
The testing.
what the governor wants.
Hmm.
The mayors aren't on board. You know, the what are the capos? Is that what do you call them?
Ooh. The
In
mayors.
the mafia?
Yeah.
The captains?
Yeah.
The capos?
I think that would be couples, and then the HPD is the police.
Popos?
The soldiers.
Yes, James, that is what they are.
They're just the
Popos.
muscle.
Yeah, the muscle, the soldiers, the street
Mhm.
soldiers. That's what I meant to say. But I
So-
can feel in my stomach is rumbling, guys.
Do we need to take a break in the podcasting for you to go and eat some bread or rice or
No.
some kind of carb to soak it up?
There's
No,
a big
the show goes on.
there's a Big Mac in there that is just boxing with the Scotch right now. Because the Big Mac is Irish, the Scotch is from Scotland, so they're like, "Aye, matey!" It's like pirates fighting. Like, Gar, shiver me timbers, Big Mac. And Big Mac says, "Ah, bloke." So, yeah, no, I mean, I'm good. I'm just really warm now. Wow.
I know the winner.
Bloke.
I know the winner is not the brain right now.
It's the
Brain
punching
called
bag.
it a night.
Okay, here we go.
So
For real, though.
right now, we're supposed to, reopen the travel.
Mhm.
EGA wants to do pre-travel testing starting on the 15th, which means if you're coming to the islands, you need to, if you do a pre-test 72 hours before you leave. I'm just getting the fact checkers here.
Yes.
And then you don't need to quarantine. But if you don't do it, then you got to quarantine.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was telling my sister, who may be coming down from the mainland for my dad's funeral, is that 72 hours before you fly down, take a test, have that paper that says you were tested negative, so that you don't have to, or when you get here, it's easier for you, to get out of that 14-day quarantine.
right. So, but the mayors on the other islands, specifically Kauai and
Maui.
Hawaii Island,
Oh, Hawaiian. Sorry. Hawaiian. Kim.
yeah, they want two testing, that pre-travel and a post-travel test. Like when you get here, you test again.
2 time.
Yeah, two time.
Bing, bing.
And the governor is like, nah, fam, just one.
I like that
Single
governor.
Bing.
But the mayors are saying that
Bing Bing.
these are this one test requirement is very Oahu centric.
hmm
It benefits Oahu more than it would benefit the other islands, because the other islands, they wouldn't have the capacity to, if some an outbreak did happen on the other island. That's why they want to test more and be safer, for the people, tourists, and everything. I think I got all that right.
It
Yep.
sounds like what they were talking about on the news this morning.
I know, and my pal Josh Green, Lieutenant Governor, was saying that we are unable to test twice, or we shouldn't test twice, because we need testing for our own people. I mean, locals, people that live here, residents. Because if we start testing the tourists, then all of a sudden we won't have enough tests for ourselves. So that was one of the points he brought up on his Instagram story, was that we need to have enough tests for home before we start using it for others that come in. So it should be enough for them, to have that 72-hour before they get down here. That should be enough.
Like, I get that for Oahu. I just don't feel that way about the other. I think the other islands are right. They have a lot more to lose if their outbreak hits the other islands, because one, they won't have the hospital capacity, and they probably wouldn't have the equipment to handle something like went off in Kauai. So I don't think that there's that many people, as much as people as there are on Oahu, there are on the other islands. So there's a lot less people on the other islands. So why can't we get tests out to those guys?
I can definitely see their point, why they why they feel like they need the extra protection. I'm not sure what the total testing capacity that we have as a state is, because I think that that's sort of like the thing that balances like whether or not LT's right, or whether or not the mayors are right. Because if we do have an extremely limited, like let's say that we were going for, let's say that we only have, say, 10,000 tests a day, right? If that's the number that we're at, and we're getting 3,500 tourists in, if we go ahead and say, oh yeah, we're going to double test all the tourists, that's now 7,000 tests. We're using more on tourists than we are on locals.
Well, technically, not really, right? Because they're supposed to take a test before they show up.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't it be just using one test for them? Do I have it wrong?
No, I think
I don't know who's testing before they show up.
Yeah.
If it counts against our totals, or
I don't think so.
Flying from,
because they're partnering with is it Walgreens, CVS, that's nationwide, and then so they would test there, and then when they get here, we would test them again. But the way the governor is saying, they would test there 72 hours prior, and that is enough. They can come here and show us that they tested negative 72 hours before they came here. And then we can just say, all right, enjoy your stay. Welcome to paradise.
What I'm wondering is about what happened to the resort bubbles, because that was the thing that they were talking about too. Do we just say, oh, things are open now? That plan's stupid. We don't care.
Well, it definitely disappeared. I haven't heard anything about it anymore on Kauai.
Well, yeah, because that was a neighbor island thing. It was not an Oahu thing. And I think it's Oahu doing what Oahu does. It's like, oh, that's nice. That's a very good idea. Thank you for trying, but we're not doing anything your way anyway. So we're going to do what Oahu do. And we're just going to say, the governor said this.
Yeah.
Oahu's going to do what Oahu want to do. And the rest of you can follow.
Yeah. Bing.
Oh, that's nice, Kauai. Okay, well, the adults are talking now, so. Okay.
Why don't you go back to making your TikTok videos and do your...
Go play with your chickens.
Go play Ulu Micah with your friends.
You know who's doing TikTok videos now? He's running for mayor. Amin Mia. Amin Mia's jumped onto the TikTok bandwagon, and he's making all these dancing videos that are like hard. I mean, they're what you expect from him. So I guess to say it's horrible, it's not
are they cringe or are they endearing?
You cringe, and then you remember who's doing it, and you're like, oh, endearing. So, but the kids are laughing. They're rolling like, oh my god, he's not even doing the right dance. It's like, he's an older man. What did you expect? He's not a teenage girl doing this thing.
I expected someone to act their age, Dad.
Yeah. But yeah, he's jumped on it because it's a way to get out to people. I mean, the mayor that I think ever since the mayor of Kauai started doing it, now you look at Lieutenant Governor Josh Green, his Instagram is blowing up. I mean, they're seeing social media being the way to go. So Microsoft Bing.
I'd really like to see Ige or Mayor Caldwell with a TikTok video.
I just want to see Ige actually like lip sync some Muppet stuff.
Lip sync. He can do original audio, baby. Like, Kermit the Frog here. We're going to shut down the island.
Oh, that was really good. That was good.
Oh, Picky. He does that thing like this. Oh, Piggy. Oh, Piggy got that. Wow. Piggy got that wireless access protocol. Oink, oink, baby.
This show is going to be titled The Drunk James Episode.
I'm not even drunk. It's just
Good night, brain.
I've had some Sprite. It's starting to settle them down.
Mm-hmm.
But whew.
You know, the first rule about being drunk is don't say, "No, I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm good. I'm good."
Where my keys at? Who got my damn keys?
The drunker you are, the more you insist that you're not.
This I've
That's
seen
why
before.
whenever I was drunk, I would always tell people, "Hey, you know what I am? Hammered."
Hammered Chad, not so much. But drunk Chad, angry drunk Chad, that's a funny as hell stand-up comedian right there, baby. The funniest stand-up I've ever seen Chad do, he was drunk and he was cursing everybody out from the stage. And I love that, Chad. But
Was that at Pepper's album recording?
it was on the Pipeline big room stage, so you were up high on the stage, so it could have been.
Because I remember I had way too much to drink for his album recording, and I'm not sure that he actually recorded his album that night.
Oh, if he recorded his album, I think the audio wasn't right, so that's why it was never released.
Oh, I didn't say it was my fault. I just said I think that's when it was.
Yeah.
The audio guy
Okay,
got drunk too.
Yeah. Ben did not wire it correctly, and I ordered a double of tequila, and they gave me 2 doubles.
Quads.
Oh, that's that good stuff.
Yeah.
You got what the cool kids call the good.
The bing, 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 bing.
All right.
How long did you last after that?
It actually hit me while I was on stage. Like I started off just doing a regular opening welcome back set thing, and then all of a sudden I could feel it hit my stomach, going through my blood, and then my brain said, "Okay, heading out now. See you tomorrow."
All right. Chad's gone.
And I was gone.
Yes, he was. So let's make like. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
All right, I'll go ahead.
It's like the opposite of the debate.
So I'm gonna make like Governor Ige and the Muppets and moving right along. I was holding on to that for like 2 minutes. It didn't come out as I was hoping. But anyways, moving along. The Surgeon General, Surgeon General, that's too many generals. The Surgeon General, Jerome Adams, was here in Hawaii, and
Mhm.
he was cited for violating Hawaii's coronavirus policies. He one of our parks were closed, and he was there illegal. Well, he claims that they didn't know the park was closed. He was here to help with the coronavirus or help testing
The rapid testing.
the rapid testing
Mhm.
of the coronavirus for the locals. And I figured he would know that things would shut down and maybe not go sightseeing. Or he was like, see these stars, son? This, they don't give these stripes to nobody, officer. I'm the Surgeon General, but salute me and take picture because I'm tired of taking these selfies. Surgeon General.
What do I look like? Some surgeon lieutenant?
You must have me confused with Surgeon Sergeant. I'm Surgeon General Adams. But
isn't it one of the first things, like, when you come to Hawaii, you're talking to the governor, you're talking to the mayor, like, so what's closed around here?
yeah,
And nowhere in that did it said the parks.
true. Oh no, he probably asked. Maybe he was talking to the mayor, and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, Mayor, Surgeon General here. What's closed?" And the mayor's like, well, it's just the bars because I hate those bars. Close the bars.
Oh, Mayor Smithers.
One day.
So I there was an argument, I saw it on Twitter, that, you know, for the most part, we're like, hey, you broke the law or you broke the rules, you got to deal with it. And there's some other people who are like, well, this guy helped us with the rapid testing. we should just forgive him and, you know, stop embarrassing ourselves by pointing this out.
Stop embarrassing ourselves by enforcing the law.
I mean, that I think I kind of got that. I got everything from he helped us with the rapid testing. I'm like, yes, he did. You know, he came down, make sure it was going well. Yeah, okay. Then it was like, stop embarrassing us. And I'm like, what? Goodbye, brain. Good night.
They must have took a shot. shot. Bang, bang, bang. But I think, I mean, I understand it's unfortunate, but I wouldn't blame the officers for giving him the citation. I mean, they're actually pushed into doing these things. And then, I mean, local police officers don't, well, I would say majority of them don't want to give out citations. Majority of them, I would say. I feel confident about saying that. But there's people complaining like, oh, I seen people here. So when complaints come down, they're forced to do their job, which is write the citation. I mean,
and at the time they were being encouraged to give out more citations and warnings.
And they gave out a ton. So they're just doing what they're told. They're, you know, the chain of command, you know, told them to do. But I want to know, if he's just Surgeon General just wearing regular clothes, how are they to know that's the Surgeon General? Did he be like, look at these stripes? Or, you know, was he like, you know, did he push, I'm the Surgeon General? You know, that's the real question for me. It's like,
yeah, it's entirely possible that he didn't point out, I am the Surgeon General. I came here to help your state. Like, he might have just been like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here? Shit, I didn't know that. Oh, you're going to give me a ticket? Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe he just took the ticket and just said, I broke the law. I'll pay for my fine and I'll move along. I mean, obviously there was no struggle. There was no beef. I haven't heard anything negative from him in response to this. Like, if he came out and say, you know, man, Hawaii, man, They gave me a ticket after I helped them close down the tunnel so that they can do extra testing. I brought tests. Hawaii. I brought tests.
You gonna ticket me for looking at the sunset?
With my boyfriend, or my friend, my boy.
Well,
I
the
think it was
article
with
does
multiple
say,
boys.
yeah, the article says 2 other males standing, looking, taking pictures. And then when he was confronted, he said he didn't know the parks were closed per the citation. But then 2 days later, he's on the news with the Mayor Caldwell talking about how the parks and beaches are closed.
Well, I mean, that's 2 days later. He'd learned.
Or maybe he's in the back going, yes, they are closed. I know firsthand. Them joints is closed. Or Mayor
Would've been
talking
nice
about
if someone told me earlier.
he's ever talking about a certain general in the back of the mayor, like, how do you sign? I'm very uncomfortable right now.
What if he was in the park taking pictures in his uniform? And he's like,
I mean, that's possible.
you think so?
Like if he went there like right after something.
And he's taking pictures?
I don't think so. I mean, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. But I don't know, because I think the HPD would have saw the uniform, maybe informed, and then, okay, let's go. Get out of here,
Or
wise guys.
What if he did wear it, and it was just one of those episodes of "I wish a motherfucker would" gone wrong?
Wait, which side though? Which one? The uniform?
Do you know who I am? I wish you would give me a ticket. I wish you look at this. Look at this. As I point in the audio podcast to my stripes on my shoulder.
They don't give stars to any bozo, buddy. This is 4 stars and a scalpel. Surgeon General. Which means generally I'm a surgeon.
You know what? Every time you dig into your pack of cigarettes and you read that label,
yes,
that's me. That's me.
I'm warning you. And I'm warning you now. Don't you dare give me that ticket.
Because the Surgeon General advises you to shove that ticket up your ass, buddy.
You look at this face, buddy. It will give you cancer. Pregnant women don't want none of this.
Pregnant women can't even touch this. They cannot handle any of these here because it will affect the baby.
This
Surgeon
right here,
General,
hazardous to your health.
the Surgeon General is Randy Macho Man Savage. Because the cream rises to the top.
Oh yeah, snap it to the Surgeon General.
Yeah. I will give you heart disease. You mess with me, I may complicate your pregnancy. So why don't you take that ticket and get out of here?
Just get out of here, buddy.
Alas, the cops did not get out of there.
And leave me and my friends, Trevor and Lance, to our vices here at the Kulalua Ranch Park. What's happening?
I don't know what's happening in this episode. It's wild.
But one thing I do want to point out, man, this is messed up. The what do you call him? CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the Navitec, right? Was
Like
it
not the Navitec, but Navitec LLC, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking. See, I read it wrong. I thought it was the boats.
I think we had a pre-conversation about this before you jumped on.
And I just stepped right all into it.
No, we were talking about the Navatech boat. Then the name got changed to Martin and Defense Security Contractors.
Something like that.
Martin Defense Group LLC,
Mhm.
Yes.
Formerly known as
Nav-
Navitech LLC.
So Navatech LLC, is it the boat? Or
I
is it
don't
something
believe
else?
so.
Oh, okay.
I think the boat was like Navitech Cruises LLC or something.
There I go. It's racist me just grouping all those Navatechs.
All those boats look the same to James.
All boats matter, Chad. So, anyways,
We're
he's
talking
accused.
about Bodie McBodie face. Go on, James. Go on.
I know I'm reading real quick because now I'm like not confident in what I know about this anymore. So he's the CEO of Martin Defense Group LLC, formerly known as Navatech LLC, and he's charged with bank fraud and money laundering. Dude's name is Martin Cow. Authorities say he defrauded banks of more than $12.8 million through the PPP, the Paycheck Protection Program. So the coronavirus, that money that I guess you're supposed to take care of your bills and pay your people, right?
Yep. It's payroll.
And he did not.
He paid himself.
Yep.
He claimed, I think, 490 employees when he had 140.
Oof.
He applied for loans at multiple different banks,
And then
and he got them.
He put $2 million into his own personal account. Damn.
yeah, he put it into that steak and legs account. You know what I'm saying?
Yee. So all the money that the people that work for him are supposed to receive, and I guess so these are all tax money, right? Because this is federally funded, right? So these are taxes money that's being used, and he's stealing all of it. So what should we do to this person? I mean, he's arrested, right? So maybe we should maybe all the people that work for him, or I guess all the people that pay taxes should kick his ass.
Yeah, I think we should all get a crack at him if that's true. And I would definitely like to hear this guy's explanation.
I wish they made that. I think that's what I really want. You know, what I really want is for criminals who actually, break the law. They have to. I wish there was a way, like they have to explain what they did and how they did it, and just because I'm nosy.
Yeah, just give us like detailed plans for fraud.
Yeah,
That'd be great. I would be eager to listen to that.
I wasn't thinking about how they did it, more about why you did it.
Yeah, why they did is good.
Why did you do that?
I mean, both would be good.
And depending on the answer would be kind of, it would weigh on how hard I want to slap him in the face, you know?
How hard can you, like, do you have like a meter that, like, oh, Russell, you slapped him 7 bings. Can you tone it down to 4 bings?
I'm sure you could do something like, remember that game Supersonic Blast Man?
No.
It used to be like a pad and then you just punch it.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it's called.
Yeah, like I think one of the main one was like a crab, and then you have to punch the crab. You guys remember that game?
No.
Anyway,
I remember games where you would punch a pad.
Yeah, and then it'll tell you how hard you hit.
Yeah. I don't remember there being anything involved in it other than the pad and the number.
Well, I want you to Bing it. Supersonic Blast Man.
Supersonic Blast Man. Microsoft Bing it. It's like none of those words sound like they go together.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a nonsense sentence.
Supersonic Blast Man. Bing it. Sponsored by Steak and Legs. 939 Restaurant.
Hawaii's premier gentleman's restaurant.
Bing.
Not sponsored by Navitec LLC.
Maybe Atlantis Cruises, I think might be the guys that run the Navitec cruise,
Oh, maybe.
because it's Atlantis Navitec Cruises.
Ah, it's Atlantis. That's right.
They got their own trolleys and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, but ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for listening. There's one thing I want to say from the guys with issues. You know, we joke around a lot. I mean, shoot, tonight or this episode, you can see
We
talk
joked around a lot.
We do a lot of trash talking. We play around a lot, but we actually care. You know, we care about each other. We care about you. One thing we don't like is bullying. If you are being bullied or see someone being bullied, please tell someone. Maybe if you're in school, tell the teacher or someone that works on the staff. Or if you see it in public, you know, call somebody, call the police. That person could use some help. We're not telling you to put your life on the line or put yourself in danger, but you know, try something to help them out. Generally, what we're saying is when you're out and about, a smile, a hello goes a long way. And especially times like this during the pandemic where people are, you know, put in a place of depression and are lonely, you know, just something like saying hello, that could actually change that person's mind of hurting themselves. If you know of someone who might want to hurt themselves, give them this number. This is the National Suicide Hotline. It's 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-784-2433. That's 1-800-SUICIDE. Because, you know, if you were to, you know, commit suicide, that's it. There's no more chapter to your life. And trust me, someone does love you. We love you. If you guys would like to, man, hit us up. Find us on social media. We're all over the place. Instagram, Facebook. You can start by going to the Guys with Issues. Follow, share. And then if you want to talk to either myself, Russell, or Chad, yeah, you can get us through there. And even our personal pages, Instagram, Twitter. Hit us up. We'd love to hear you share any thoughts that you have on some of the topics that we talk about, or any feedback about the episode. If you didn't like my 49ers beanie, let me know. We're cool with it. Thank you guys for listening to the episode. We love you guys very much. My name is James Mane. As always, I am with Russell Kealoha.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Brain.
And Chad Wago.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. God bless you. Stay safe. Be kind to one another. Good night.
And vote.
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 What was
gonna say,
that?
I was going to take off my clothes, but then I was like, oh, wait, I can't vote.
Well, that's what we're asking the listeners.
You guys
Vote
forgot
for us.
already. You guys forgot already. How dare you guys? I can't vote. Thank you for telling everybody to vote, but I cannot. Oh, this is why I'm related to drinking.
Oh, boy. That was a little all over the place, but I think we got stuff.
Yeah, I think that there should be at least like 2 clips.
That's 3 wild and crazy guys. Oh, that hit me. Like, I think of that video that's going around, or the audio going around on TikTok. Ooh, that hit different. It was like when it went down, I was like, when you know what a shot is, but when it's a little more than a shot, then it's like, oh, liquid starts to go other places. like I could feel it in the back of my nose. I could feel it on the side of my lips. I was like, oh, I poured
Your
too
throat's
much.
just like, nope, we're done here.
I was like, slow down, buddy, slow down.
You just gotta relax your throat.
I don't know how to do that. I'm more of a tongue guy. Wireless access protocol.
Yeah.
Are we still live up on YouTube?
We are. I was just about to turn it off, but whoever is watching, I wasn't keeping track. Thank you for tuning in.
Muchas gracias por tuning in.
Good night.
Good night and